Hello my friends and welcome back to The Wanderer. Today is a big one. We've got a completely new squad, as you can see. We're going to go through all that in just a second. But it's been a long time since the last game. The last game was Cracovia. Since then we lost 3-2 against a team I'm not even going to try to pronounce. Then lost 4-2 against Corona and then 2-0 against Jagiellonia. Today we take on Bruk-Bet Termalica. Never going to pronounce that. I've brought you back slightly earlier than I planned to. I planned to bring you back for the Legia game. That will actually be the next episode. Simply brought you back now because there's so much to go through. We've had a number of friendlies, just try to keep them at shortness. I deliberately gave myself about a 10-day break between the last friendly and this game. As you can see, that friendlies went really well, but of course a lot of these players have changed since then. So let's go and have a look at the transfer history. So let's scroll down, right down to February. So Kosinski went for Kosinski went to Slash for 2.9k. Putnich went to Korobe for 10k. Nato Waka went to Rakow for 95k. I believe he's her highest ever sale. Broke that about a huge number of times during this transfer window, by the way. To believe Shelba, sorry, we need to go back all the way up to here actually. So Wasowski away to Rumblick for 7k, Kazir away to Slavia Sofia for 6.5k, Lorente away to FC Voluntari for 20k, and then we're back to where we were. Nakawa away to Rakow for 95k, Gargaya away to Belente for 7.5k, Wachowski away to Pruzzukia. Now I understand this ZCZ. I know I'm getting a lot of new Polish followers, so please tell me how to pronounce the ZCZ sound because it's very common. I kind of want to be able to get it right. Zazwinski away to Walsa Pulawari for 7k. Marinsky was hard to sell him because he was such a key player in the team, but he's away for 59k to Ruch and Jurash. Here's the ZCZ again. Jurajsk away to Meds for 11k. Marinsky, I didn't really want to sell. You know, he's a very good player. He's going to fit my new tactic, therefore, which is basically the same as what we were playing at Forfar, and it was my substitute tactic at Merzan. But as you can see, after the conversation, after the Cracovia game, he was really unhappy with that. I'd tried to sell him out previously because there was interest in him. I thought, do you know what, we could get quite a bit of money for him, and the club's in not great financial shape, as you can see, minus 354k here, and it's not looking good. So I was like, right, see if we can sell him. He said, I don't want to be sold. I was like, fair enough, leave it at that. So I left it at that and said I wouldn't sell him. After that instant, though, it basically kicked off. Got a lot of the squad team to back him up, and I basically said, well, right, well, tough, I'm just telling you then. And a bid came in, I accepted it, and then he became my rival. I've never had a rival yet. I've had adversaries, but rival is a step up. So he absolutely hates me, and I basically was like, right, let's get him out the dressing room. So on the ends, so let's start here. Here rather. Gravandis, we know about. Pavlinovic, we brought in, wasn't actually able to play because I couldn't get him registered because I couldn't unregister other players that were already registered. He's going to be a first choice advanced forward. Can play target man as well, which is actually fairly handy. You know, he's decent in the air. Maybe not quite the target man I would look for, but as an advanced forward, you know, he's got decent stats. Dribbling and first touch and heading let him down a little bit. Heading obviously creates an issue for being a target man as well. But you know, the rest of the stats work out fairly nice. It'll be decent. Worth 135k, signed for free on a free transfer. Absolute steal. We signed Philip Hollander, will be a backup left winger. I was a bit frustrated I'd done this transfer now. Right as we got into January, another team transfer listed a Polish player for 15,000, which would have been great. And he's actually slightly better than Hollander, but we've brought this guy in. already, and for that reason I didn't bring the other lad in, which is a bit frustrating. We brought Rosario Lauchen in from Sanios SG, out with my scouting range actually, but somebody in my staff obviously knew about France and he got recommended to me. He's an inverted wing back on the left hand side, right footed, but he can play the right hand side, which is where he's going to play for us. We're retraining him as a full back on this side. He's got the stats for it. I should be able to make it work. Stamina's a bit of an issue, but he's quick, decent in the tackle. Positioning's a bit to be left desired. Let's actually work on that straight away. It said I should work on stamina. I'm going to work on positioning because I'd rather have the positioning. We brought in Terpich from Macau. He will be our target man. As you can see again, similar mode. Could manage the advanced forward role as well. He's got the stats to do that. Dribbling maybe a bit of an issue, but he's very, very good in the air. Decent, strong. I'll take it. We have Kalowski, who is a young player. All those friendlies that we had, I had a look at all the players that was recommending me in the team, the next opponent thing. This was one of the lads. 5-star potential, signed for free, £35 a week. No complaints from me. Is on a youth contract, which was why we're allowed to pay him as little. Works out very well. If I remember correctly, I'm already tutoring him as well by somebody. We brought in Ores, this lad here, I'm not going to pronounce his name. He is on a full-time contract at a hot prospect on £70 a week, which is the minimum I'm allowed to pay. Decent, again, working on his quickness already. Positioning will be next, but I want him to be a bit quicker than what he currently is to suit my system, and then we'll start working on it in the air. But another decent player, again, maybe need to work on his tutoring, but I've got no real tutors for him as of yet that's better than what he has stat wise. I'll look at that again in the future. And we brought in Stando, again, exactly the same situation as previous. Guy who was recommended to me, working on him. He has already been promoted to the first team on the basis of, I think he's going to offer a good backup and he doesn't have to be registered, and that's an issue that I will mention going forward here. Basically, you're only allowed so many players. 3 of them have to be trained by the club, and the rest have to be under the age of 21 on, I think it's the 31st of December of the season that you're playing. So he's going to offer a decent right back backup, but with a decent amount of potential as well. Brought in Philippe Osman on loan, 28-year-old. Decent. It's not quite the player I wanted, but there was so limited options in centre backs. We brought in Sardinia, Brazilian, who has a European passport. He's going to be a backup central attacking midfielder. Only 2-star, but he's decent everywhere else. Decent passing, decent vision, decent flair. Composure's the only thing that lets him down. Work rate's there, technique's there. Sorry, first touch it also lets him down, but forget about that. Decent in the corners as well, so he will offer a backup option for us. Does have a European passport, as you can see he has an Italian passport, so means he doesn't count as any other foreign players. We brought in Silis on loan, 20-year-old Polish midfielder. Again, will be backup for that holding midfielder role, but he's okay. Could maybe retrain him going forward, but I'm not that too worried about that. Nandar Tamas also on loan, backup sort of striker option for the advanced forward. Decent, probably going to be just sort of maybe third choice behind Palowski, but he's decent, he's quick, which is what I like. Brought in this lad on loan as a backup goalkeeper. Zaya wants to go out on loan. I sold the other goalkeeper, so it was right. I need to get a goalkeeper in. We pay £200 a week on his contract if he doesn't play, which we know he's not going to play as a backup goalkeeper. But I've not been able to get Zaya out yet, which has been an issue. Gaizga comes in. He is 2.5-star ability centre back, but he's quicker, and only marginally worse in the air than the other lad. So, who's named Koros, I think it is. But he's actually going to probably be my first choice centre back. I'm going to give him a proper shot at that. 15 positioning, 15 tackling, 13 marking, quick, decent in the air. It's my kind of centre back, really. Mentally where his issues are at. His contract's also up at the end of the season, so if he does well, we might look at signing him for next season. And Camille Domowski comes in on 1k for £1,000 and a little bit of a sell-on fee. He's a midfielder backup, but in reality, the only reason why he's been brought in It's because he was homegrown at the club previously, as you can see down here, number of years ago. Played with us when we were in the 2nd and 3rd divisions. Also shows how far the club has came, not under my tutelage, since he's been here. And he played in the 1st division a few times as well before moving away. But I needed slightly more squad depth. I had to have someone that was either under the age of 21 on that date, as I said, or homegrown by the club. So I looked at the under 20 options. Wasn't a whole lot there. So I looked at under 20 homegrown players again. There was, I think it was 4 options, and he was the best of a bad bunch. Got squad numbers to go out. We're going to hit all numbers just to annoy all you guys, because I know none of you like it. It's actually worked out okay. Seems to be decent numbers held across the squad. We're playing this team. They have conceded the least amount of goals in the league despite playing a 4-2-4 attacking formation, which I think is going to be interesting. We've obviously got a squad that's came together. Squad harmony is actually really good. I've been working on that in training constantly since I came in. I'm just going to give the same team talk I've been given constantly. Nothing to lose. We are the underdogs, and I have faith. See if it works. Got a lot of new players here. Changed tactics. Let's see how the 4-2-4 diamond is going to work in Poland. 4-1-2-1-2 diamond rather is going to work in Poland. We've obviously got a lot of new players. Got a couple more deals to get over the line. Mostly loan signings now because again the age limit. I also need to apologise for how long this episode has been to get out. Life stuff's got in the way. I normally record a few episodes in advance for that reason, but life things have really just got in the way, and I wasn't ahead of my recording as we normally was. And as a result of that, and the result of really just other things having to take precedent and importance, and I think there was one night where I had time to record, but the game took so long to process I just ran out of time, and that looks like a very, very soft penalty there. Said it was a push. Yes, it's a push. It's a push. Not really got out our own half yet though. Can we save this? Trailer does indeed say this. This is against his former club as well. We're going to give some encouragement after that because that could be a turning point for us. Trailer saving the penalty. And have we got any sort of foothold in the game yet? Not really. 2 shots, 1 on target to their 6, 2 on target. One of their on target, of course, will be the penalty. Somebody's picked up a knock. That has to be on their team, doesn't it? Shela heads away. A surviving defender from previous games. Zabrunski back into Slurrow. Cannot get the ball off this team here. So, it's in at the back post. Trailer equal to it again for us. He's been my first choice goalkeeper. He's not the best, but even when I'm looking at other options, he's literally the best of the bunch. The worry that I've got is the players that we're looking at are no better than the players we already have, really. It's just bringing players in for my style. That's another... Oh, it's headed in. Oh, it's over the post. Over the bar and wide of the post, rather. So we're only attracting players that are really good players for the league below that maybe fit my style. But we're ahead here through Tomasic. Jaglinski recycling the corner. Finding his attacking playmaker teammate. And he tucked it home. We've not been in this game at all, but we're 1-0 up right now, which is good news. We need every point we can. It puts us up to 14th in the league as things stand. We're the only team playing today. Every other team's already played this week, so any point right now is good. Mucha. Oh, and it's an absolute mistake from the goalkeeper, and Pavlinovic has taken the goal. It's a fantastic strike from Pavlinovic, making up for the opposition keeper's mistake. We're 2-0 up now, going into half time. We don't deserve to be in this game, but do you know what? I am not complaining. Our little Croatian man doing what I asked, closing down the goalkeeper. It's one of the things I like to do in this game. We saved a penalty and we've taken advantage of lax defending. Going to say I'm very happy with how things are going, and I'm going to leave it at that. Players look ready to walk through walls. I will take that. They've made 2 changes at half time. obviously a bit frustrated that their defence has been opened up by a team that is at the bottom of the league. We've played new tactics, so we've maybe start to take them off guard a little bit. Substitute wise, we're going to change the right back Lachin for Lasowski. Lasowski, obviously, our starting centre back, right back for the majority of the season so far. But the new lad just coming in, getting some match fitness in, and taking it from there. Hopefully, get some match fitness from games. Lasowski can obviously play both sides, so he's a very good player to have on the bench. Zabrowski, Vida, Salach. Oh, it's a poor pass in Brijant, and we break. We've got a bit of pace now, and Terpic is in. Oh, it's a decent effort, but really should have gone far post, and Mucci would have had a bit more trouble there. It's saved. Brijant with the corner. It's away again. Jaglinski trying to recycle back to this man that he did the last time. And Jonskic this time, the captain, now a highly influential player, part of the secondary squad group, which is the squad group that I actually see hopefully being this core group going forward. And that cross was very poor from them. There was nobody in the box, but nobody went out to meet the man that was on the other side, unfortunately for us. We're going to make another change. Who do we bring off? I'm going to bring on Sodina for Tomazic, who's opening goal scorer, just because he's a bit tired. Masimenko into Vida. Zeglinski is away. Gababov, probably pronounced that wrong. Vida, decent ball in, and trailer equal to that tame effort from Bruk-Bet, rather. It's really struggling to pronounce these names. So out of habit of recording as well, which isn't helping. That's a decent ball in, and Pavlinovic is in again, the Croatian. Oh, that's a god-awful effort. Might be worth 135k. That value might have gone down a little bit after that effort. We're going to make one more sub. We're put the wrong striker on the bench. Do we bring on Lintner or do we bring on Demiaduk is what I'm thinking here. Got Slisk as well. Siliz. Yeah, we'll go with Siliz. I also promoted a guy, Dara, from the 2 team. He was a young player, spent a lot of time injured, got 4-star potential, gave him a new contract that wasn't really much more than what he was on. And on top of that, Sodina, the Brazilian, taking an effort much equal to it. I promoted him at the first team. He's just going to offer a bit of backup, to be honest. He's not even homegrown at the club, but I thought he's a young player that's got a bit of potential. Maybe if we give him some game time, at the age where he needs game time, he could develop into something. If he doesn't, then we tried. It's only an extra year on his contract that we've gave him. And the only other thing that I've done is, contract-wise, is Joginskill. Always forget his name. The captain got another year on his contract as well. And first team status is, that's a header from Massas. We're going to go defensive now. Sardina, can you drop back here? Yes, you can. Let's go to contain mentality, waste time, narrow a formation as you can, play even safer, pumps the ball into the box, more direct passing, and I don't want to take a breather on because never had much success with it. Could have been a clean sheet here, but it's not. You know, we don't deserve to be winning this game in fairness, but if we can hold out now and take 3 massive points, it would be very, very helpful for our season. It's thrown in, and that is the final whistle. We only had 5 minutes where we really looked good. We had a couple of other counter-attacks where we should have done better. But the reality is, we've got 3 points here. Just going to tell the boys that was special. Could have had the Jekyll and Hyde option, but we're not going with that. So we're now above the relegation zone again. A point, sort of. But another big win would really move us up the table to about 11, which would put lots of teams between us and the relegation zone, always depending on other results. So I'll just send assistant there. So a lot of players making their debuts. Only mentioned a couple here, but I'm pretty sure there was more than that. Turpic, Lachin, and Palanovic, the ones mentioned. Palanovic obviously scoring on his debut. Very, very good things there. So dynamic wise, I'll show you that. So Heresy, as you can see, we're supported by Jonskic, Palowski, Gorvanis, Lasowski, Choros, Pavlinovic, Trela, and Zainil, who wants that loan, of course. We're trying to get him it, just can't do it. Most of that is, of course, as you can see, the secondary group. There's a little bit in the main group, I think. But I see the secondary group becoming the primary group going forward. As you can see, it's only really one player short of the core group, and a lot of that core group will be leaving over the next little while. And the others group, obviously, as well, all the new players. Third group here being Zainel and Choros, kind of with both of them. So we've got some influence in every single bit of the squad, really. Anyway, guys, we'll be back in about 2 games time. Well, 1 game's time. We'll play Lechia off camera, and then I'll be back for Lechia Warszawa in the next episode. Obviously, I know this team very well. They had that horrific situation against Celtic where they should never have been knocked out. I think they won 6-1 over 2 legs, played an ineligible player for like 2 minutes or something that they thought was eligible, and go out on a away goal as a result of that, because that guy made such a massive difference to the 6-1 result. The only other thing that I'm going to mention I've done is I've set up friendlies for the under-19s and the second team fixtures. Let's try and develop some of these young players that we have. They're not very good, in all honesty, apart from these two, and the other ones are away out on loan. Dara is the glad I've promoted. Let's have a look at him just quickly while we're seeing it out. The episode says he's still about for 6 weeks and 3 months, so that's not ideal. But he can play, which is very strange. I would imagine a cruciate ligament injury, you're not able to play. He's already had 7 months out. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll hopefully catch you with the Lechia Warszawa game next episode. And if you enjoyed, hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll hopefully catch you all next time.